Natsuki's situation is pretty fucked up. You know, like Yuri's situation is pretty fucked up, and so Yuri's situation is definitely fucked up, but Natsuki's situation is definitely also very fucked up. On today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up, that's fucked up, that's fucked up, you know, fucked up. Except for Monica, of course, because, you know, it's Monica. There's nothing really wrong about Monica anyway. You can say something bad about anything, except China, of course, because China pays the bills, and there's not really anything wrong you can say about China anyway. Beep, beep, beep. Ugh. I swipe dismiss on my phone alarm. The sunset creeps through my blinds and fills the room. I use my last reserves of willpower to climb out of bed. Wait a minute. Today's the festival. Remembering that all of a sudden gives me a burst of energy. Today shall be a fantastic day, or when you say it like that. I have my doubts. With a clean school uniform and freshly brushed teeth, I start to make breakfast. I place 2 Pop-Tarts in the toaster. I begin to think of all the cool activities that the school will have today. Just thinking about all the unique foods that will be there causes my stomach to rumble. Ding! My 2 s'mores Pop-Tarts are ready. I go to grab them. Ow, fuck! I nearly give myself first-degree burns trying to grab them. In a quick motion, I grab the pastries with my fingertips and drop them onto a plate. Breakfast time. Breakfast! I finish my meal and check the clock. It's festival time. I grab my daily essentials and depart from my house. Well, I guess... Okay, apparently not. I was gonna say we can pick up Natsuki along the way because she lives in Sayori's house and Sayori lives next door, you know, so we can walk with Natsuki together, but apparently not because we're already in the courtyard. In the different courtyard, because this is not the courtyard where the cherry blossom is. I arrive in the courtyard where the festival is being held. It looks fucking empty, but I'll just imagine that there are lots of like little like things. I don't know how they're called. Like like those wooden like I don't know what it's called in English, like little tents, not really tents, but like little things where, you know, I know what it's supposed to look like, but I don't know what the word for it is. I arrive, yeah. Standing here, I realize something. On festival days, we're not required to wear our uniforms. I look around, see people in t-shirts, jeans, hoodies, leggings, etc. Then I look down at my blazer and begin to feel very stupid. Hello, Mark. I hear a voice call to me. I turn on my heel and see Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, they actually are wearing their casual clothes. Oh, you found me. How was your morning? It wasn't bad. Oh, there we go. You must have left before me, Natsuki. I didn't see you in Sayori's house. Well, unlike some people, I actually wake up early. Okay. So he did have the same idea to walk with Natsuki to school, but she was already gone. Hey, I did wake up early. I was just busy eating breakfast. And putting your school uniform on? Yeah, I forgot it's not required today. I guess it's better than wearing a kimono. Yuri, I fucking trusted you! Why did you give that information to Natsuki? I turn bright red and look at Yuri. I'm sorry, I thought it was funny. I'm never going to live that down now, am I? Nope, yeah, that is exactly why you weren't allowed to tell that to Natsuki, Yuri. So trusted you. I thought I could too. So why in the bloody hell does Makarov know you? The girls continue to laugh at my expense. Alright, that's enough. So where are we going first? I don't know. Yuri, what do you want to do? I'm not good with decisions. Of course. Well, since both of you are useless, hey, I'll decide where we go. Follow me! At the other end of the courtyard, they have put up different stalls! Stalls, that's the word, thanks. Stalls with games. That's the word I was looking for, stalls. Natsuki points to a particular stall. There! I follow her finger. A dunk tank? We step closer to it. You want to get in a dunk tank? Not me, you dummy. You. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Why? You scared of getting... Ha! You're afraid to get wet! You should have used that line. Then you had a reference to Pirates of the Caribbean. That's one of the iconic Davy Jones lines. Shield not harm us! Full born into the abyss! Are you mad? Ha! You're afraid to get wet! More so, I just prefer to stay dry. You're no fun. You hear a large voice from behind. What the hell was a large voice? That's Monica probably, but what the hell is a large voice? Hey yo ma! I turned to see a small group of boys looking in our direction. The one who seemed to have shouted at us looks like the definition of asshole. Okay, sleeveless shirt to show his biceps, check. Low hanging jeans, oh yeah, check. You can see his underwear probably. Gold chains, which are probably fake. Oh, okay, girl with the bust, why don't you get in the tank? Another guy snickers to the group. I wouldn't mind seeing her in a wet t-shirt. You forgot a hyphen in t-shirt. Asshole. I don't know how I can see that if you're speaking it, but I can hear that you forgot the hyphen, you asshole. It doesn't take long for me to realize they're talking about Yuri. Yeah, well, there's no way, I mean, no offense, but they're not talking about Natsuki here, let's be honest. The douche group continues to laugh between themselves. Ugh, I can't believe those assholes. Mark, aren't you going to... Me? What? Me? I'm gonna get my ass kicked in. I don't have those biceps. I mean... I don't have a gold chain either. To out-chain him, you know? Like... Because that will shut him up. If I have a bigger chain, which is made of actual gold, that'll shut him up. But I don't have one. You can't just let him talk to Yuri like that. Right, Yuri? Yuri? Yuri is completely stricken from the cards. Yeah, no shit. Yuri, are you alright? Can we please go? What? And let them get away with this? Look at them! I turn back to the... It reminds me again of that... I've got SpongeBob in my head. It reminds me of that SpongeBob episode where he tries to get into the... into that bar. What's it called? The salty spittoon or whatever? Where he's like, yeah, oh, I feel sorry for the next guy that looks at me funny. What about that guy? And then there's like a ridiculously buff guy right there. Oh, he's not harming anyone. Feels like that, like Natsuki's like, just beat them up, look at them, and then you see a bunch of bodybuilders standing there like, yeah, no, I'm not doing anything. I turn back to the group of guys who are still watching us. Well, are you going to give us a show or not? Mark, do something. I look at Natsuki's rage-filled face. Then to Yuri's petrified expression. Then to the douchebags carelessly laughing at us. I would like to give them a piece of my mind, but perhaps I should let it go. Do I stand up for Yuri? Would she even want me to stand up? Oh shit! Oh my god! This is my biggest nightmare. This is my biggest nightmare. Like if I was physical enough, I would definitely confront it, but I don't have the physical strength to back this up. Yes, I definitely don't want to just let them get away with it. I want to just yell profanities at them. But if it comes to a fist fight, I'm gonna lose. And you know, like I don't want to be beat up. Like I love Yuri, but I'm way too scared to be beat up. But since it's a video game, I'm gonna confront them. I will, like the only thing I'll just do is this, like, hey. There, alright? And then I'll just walk back. I'll just walk back. Hey, asshole! Mark, wait! The main boy looks at me. What did you say? We stand inches from each other. Give him a kiss. The story is that they can punch him. That always works. Especially like when those like with a boxing match or a kickboxing match or whatever, when they stand like this close, like this far apart from each other, then give him a kiss, and then see what he does. Like if he laughs, then you can make a joke about it. If he's confused, then you hit him in the face. That always works. Or you do run the risk of him going into rage mode and then you get your ass beat like 10 times worse than you would normally. So, you know, there's a risk involved, but like 60% of the time, it works every time. So only now that I realize that he is half a foot in height above me, yeah, that's exactly what I said. Like, I would definitely love to just yell profanities at that guy. Which I'm pretty good at, but, you know, like, I don't have the physical strength to back any of that up. I don't think you should be saying stuff like that. Did your parents not teach you manners? Listen here, you little punk. I could kick your ass right now. I'll fuck you up! Can't be worse than what I did to your mom last night. Oh damn dude, he got you! Hey, shut up! He shouts to his group of friends. I'm only going to tell you this once. He grabs me by the shirt collar and pulls me closer to him. You take that back, or I take your kneecaps. I begin to sweat profusely. I'm trying not to show my fear, but I'm doing a bad job at it. So, what will it? He looks over my shoulder. Quickly, he lets go and jumps about 2 feet back. Oh, Yuri has a knife, doesn't she? Oh, never mind, there's a teacher. Okay, good. Good. I was afraid Yuri was gonna get in trouble because she had a knife and wanted to help me out. But luckily I was proven wrong. I look back and see a teacher watching us, arms crossed. The douchebag looks at me again. You got lucky this time. You better watch out, punk. I love that other friend in his group. Like, oh damn dude, he actually got you. Like, he's like, I'm on your side, but he definitely got you. I had to give him that. The group of boys turn around and walk away. Mark, are you okay? That was badass. I'm fine, thank you. They won't be messing with us anymore. Whoa, that's a bit too overconfident, but okay. That was like the coolest thing you've ever done. I didn't think it was very cool. You could have gotten hurt. Calm down, Yuri, he's fine. I'm just relieved I didn't get punched in the face. Yeah, I'm relieved too. That would really ruin the day. Hopefully we can move on now. Don't worry, they won't be bothering us anytime soon. Don't say that, you don't know that. Like, if I had actually beaten him up, yes, then we can say that for sure. But that, of course, wouldn't happen, and then I would be in trouble, and then Yuri would be upset, and but whatever. I'm glad that situation was handled. I hear rumbling coming from Natsuki's stomach. Hungry? I'm always hungry. What about you, Yuri? I suppose I could eat something. It's nice to see you haven't changed at all, Yuri. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah. Anyways. Anyway. Huh? You said anyways. The correct term is anyway. Anyway is an adverb, thusly cannot be plural. Shut up, nerd! I'm not here to learn. I'm hungry, so let's find something to eat. Well, that didn't go how I wanted it to. Okay. And come on, Yuri, you have to be proud that I tried to talk to Natsuki about that. We go back to the other side of the courtyard. So many choices. I plan my view to all the different stores. From noodles to pizza to candy to squid. Don't go for squid because Monica will be there. What are you two thinking? I turn my head to see that both of them are fixated by a certain store. They both look like they're in a daze, their mouths agape. Following their gaze, I see what they're being entranced by. Chocolate? Let's go there. I agree. I too would like to see what that store has. Alright, let's go. We make our way to the store. A girl with red braids and thick glasses is manning the store. What? Red braids and thick glasses? Amy? Hello, Amy. The girl's name must be Amy. Oh, it would be pretty weird if it wasn't. The way Natsuki greeted them makes it sound like they're arch rivals. What? Hey Natsuki, it's good to see you again. Amy's tone is the complete opposite. The way she greeted her makes it seem like they're lifelong friends. What the fuck? Is this Union and Megumin? What the fuck? What have you been up to? I've been spending a lot of time volunteering at the animal shelter recently. What a nice girl. Natsuki leans into my ear. I freaking hate her. What? Why? You see anything you like? Natsuki never answered my question. Yuri and Natsuki hover over the assortment of chocolates like a predator over its prey. They start to point out all the things they like. I prefer some real food. Hey, do you girls mind if I leave you here while I grab some pizza? Yeah, whatever. Okay then, I take my leave. 2 slices, please. I'm handed my pepperoni pizza. I actually ate pepperoni pizza not just before I recorded, but today before I recorded. That's a nice coincidence. I drool over my greasy covered plate. Pizza That's a Spider-Man reference. Pizza time. Now let me return to the girls. Whilst walking back, I'm intercepted by a familiar face. Oh, there you are. Hi, Monika. Hiya, Mark. And here I thought I would have a good day. What do you want? We haven't seen each other in weeks and that's how you greet me? Instead of responding, I take a bite of my pizza, leaving an awkward silence. We didn't really leave on good terms. Mark, please, can we forget about the past for a second? For 1 second? Fine. I wanted to know what happened to Sayori. Sayori? I guess despite what happened, Monika and Sayori still remain friends. Monika's probably worried about her just as much as I am. Even if I don't really like Monika, I'd feel wrong if I didn't inform her about Sayori. Oh, she knows. She knows. But we'll play along, Monika. She's in the hospital. Comatose. I send the words out with a shaky voice. Monika looks devastated, but she doesn't say anything. Perhaps she does love her friends after all. I'm sorry. It's fine. You can't change what happens. Oh, you can. And you know damn well that you can, Monika. Monika straightens up, returns to her usual poised persona. Thank you for telling me. You didn't even I mean, yes, I did tell Monika that she's in hospital, but I didn't tell shit. I mean, of course, Monika knows what's going on because, you know, she's just pretending that she doesn't. But, like, if Monika wasn't evil, like, that's it? You're just gonna tell her, yeah, she's at the hospital in a coma, and then that's it? Like, like nothing about how it happened or what? So, like, what the fuck? Thank you for telling me, Mark. I have to go now. Go where? Get new members for the club. New members? The school board said the festival was my last chance to get members for the literature club will be cancelled. What the? I should feel bad, but I don't. I thought the literature club closed like not years ago, but like months ago, weeks ago, or whatever. Because Sayori would have been there maybe, but Yuri left, I left. No, I believe Natsuki left too. So like, how the hell was the club still ongoing for this long? Have I become numb to emotions? It's just Monika that you're numb to. It's Monika's fault the club was disbanded in the first place. Yeah, that's true. Or was it me who stirred the pot by joining? Yeah, well, it's not really... Like, well, you can't change, like, what? It's not really your fault. Like, I joined, I joined and then after that thing started happening. But, you know, like, I can't control other people's emotions and actions. You know, I wanted to join because I wanted to be friendly to Sayori. And, you know, like... Well, it's not really a good reason, but... I wanted to join for my own reasons. Like, you know, I didn't want to join to destroy the club, of course. That wasn't my intention. I wanted to join because I wanted to be nice to Sayori. I believe that's, like, the original reason why this guy joined the literature club. But, you know, like, I joined for my own reasons. And, you know, I can't... When everything else that happened because I joined, that's not really my fault. That you know, I just joined because I wanted to join that club. And I didn't join because I wanted to destroy it from the inside. Without anything left to say, Monika walks off. That was a random interaction. Yeah, that's true. Out of everyone in the school, I had to run into Monika. I walk over to where I left the girls with my now cold pizza. That wasn't very warm then, if it just got cold within like an interaction that only lasted like a few seconds. It's about time. I was beginning to think you ditched us. It was only a few seconds, Natsuki. Relax. Natsuki, Mark would never do that. The pizza line was long. Look at what they're holding. Oh, I look at what they're holding. They each have bags full of sweets in their hands. That's a lot of chocolate. The stand begins to get more and more crowded as students get in the route. Welcome everyone! Now that all proceeds will be given to charities to help sick animals in need. Of course. What a nice girl. Ugh, look at her. Disgusting. I still don't know what Natsuki's vendetta against Amy is, but perhaps it's best if I don't ask. Once again, we walk back to the other end of the courtyard to find a table to sit at. In the amount of time it took to walk over here, I have already consumed my triangular meal. We finally arrive at a table under the big cherry blossom. There's no table there, but okay, we're just going to imagine that the table's there, just as how I'm imagining that the stalls are there. Once again, this tree reminds me of Sayori. I wonder if it'll ever grow this big. Oh, I mean, I just realized he's actually talking about Sayori. He's talking about the tree that we named Sayori. Holy shit, that's gonna be very confusing. I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? But he's talking about the tree that Yuri and I named Sayori. That's gonna be so confusing. Natsuki and Yuri begin to dig into their bags of chocolate. That's even worse though, like he hasn't even really properly thought about Sayori, the actual real Sayori, only like when we talked to Natsuki a little bit. You know, eating all that sugar will only lead to you crashing later. Oh, don't worry, Mark. I'm only going to eat a little bit. Yeah, right, this chocolate will have little effect on me. Sugar doesn't actually make you crash. Where are your sources on that? Dude, just trust me. Just trust me. That's a very reliable source. I dismiss Natsuki's unfactual logic. I notice a sheet of paper sticking out of Natsuki's small purse. What's that? A poem. May I see it? No. Why not? You wouldn't like it. That's what you said last time. Ugh, fine. She gestures at me to say, I don't care what you do. I pull the sheet out of her bag and unfold it. Yuri slides next to me to read it too. Ooh, a new Natsuki poem. It's been a while since we read a Natsuki poem. Time. The time is a cold place. A time I try to forget. An abyss that stares into my face. A place I can't run from just yet. The present is an odd place. A place for all who live. A location lost in space. A time with nothing to give. The future is a dangerous place, a period where dreams come alive, arriving soon with no time to brace, only if you're able to survive. Time is in the palm of my hand, but there's things I can't understand. The only thing I know is to keep your hopes up high and your head down low. Okay. Looks like Natsuki's poem style hasn't changed too much. It's still simple yet impactful. This poem seems to be about the future. Do you two have any plans for after school? Somewhat. That's fine, I don't really have a plan either. The future is scary to think about, yet everyone tells you to always think about it. And people tell you don't worry about it, but if you don't worry, how will you be ready? And time just ticks away and the future marches ever closer, relentlessly, and Yuri, calm down! I'll probably just go to college like everyone else. Any ideas as to the major? Cooking, obviously. I'm good at it, and it's what I enjoy doing. And if I can make a job out of doing what I love, then that would be a dream. Good to see Natsuki has the luxury of her having her life in order. I haven't the slightest clue as to what I want to do. What about you, Yuri? What do you want to do? I wish you could do something I love. Well, what do you like to do? Reading? Yuri mumbles her words as if she's embarrassed about her hobbies. Why don't you write a book? Become an author. An author? That'd be awesome, Yuri! You could get famous! Famous? I don't think I'd want that. But if you used a pen name, runs under an alias without actually disclosing who you are. You're a fantastic writer, Yuri. Probably the best writer I know. So no offense, Natsuki. It'd be awful for you to waste such potential. Plus, nowadays, thanks to the internet, it's super easy to publicize your work. I suppose you're right. Of course I am. I begin to slowly relax in my seat. Our future isn't exactly a comfortable topic to talk about, but it's so important. What do we do after we graduate? Where do we go? Where do we come from, God knows? Will Yuri and I still be together? I don't know what the future holds for us, but if that future involves her, I'll be happy. The afternoon skies begin to take hold as the girls talk about different things. Eventually Natsuki stands up. I have to start heading home now. It was nice spending the day with you. It was nice hanging out with you too, Natsuki. Ugh, gross. We all share a laugh. The only laugh you can have when surrounded by friends. A laugh that takes a moment and encases it into your head forever. It's a memory you wish you could hold on to for just a little bit longer. But we end up saying our final goodbyes and Natsuki soon disappears through the crowd. Now it's just Yuri and me under the shaded cherry blossom in the center of the courtyard. I'm a bit disappointed, Natsuki. I thought you were going to make some very mean comment about like, oh, don't do something gross while I'm gone or whatever. I was expecting Natsuki to say something like that before she left, but you didn't. You're losing your edge there, Natsuki. I had a lot of fun today, Mark. I did too. The orange sun shines its light straight into my face. The large horde of students has also diminished to just a few groups as well. Shall we walk home? Yuri flashes a smile brighter. What? Yuri flashes a smile brighter than the sun in my face. Let's go. I guess this is where we part ways. Yeah. Guess this is where we part ways. Yes, I prefer to get a good night's sleep after today. I understand. I just want to go to bed too. I'll see you tomorrow. I have my follow-up appointment tomorrow, correct? Yeah, Dr. Langton just wants to see how you're holding up with the medication. Of course. Yuri has always seemed nervous around Dr. Langton. No shit. She knows he wants the Krabby Patty secret formula. But she's been doing great. I don't believe she's even shown any noticeable side effects. Good night, Mark. She lays a quick kiss upon my lips before turning and vanishing into her home. Good night. The last remaining bit of sunlight has left me. I walk alone on the lamplit sidewalk. I gaze into the ray of lights in the dark and watch the dust float through them. My feet stop in their tracks in front of Sayori's house. There is an emptiness in my gut. Sayori's bedroom light is on. Part of me imagines that it's Sayori. Maybe she woke up and returned home safely. I blow out and watch my breath form mist in the cool nighttime air. The last remaining lights in Sayori's house all suddenly flick off. Now I simply stand in the dark, neath the halo of a street lamp. Let out a sigh once more. Well, I don't want to catch a cold out here now. I begin to step inside my house and go to sleep. But like fucking visit her in the hospital at some point. Right. I think I'll end it off here. So yeah, well, nice time at the festival. Apart from those douchebags, of course. At least that didn't beat me up, so that was nice. Yeah, a great time hanging out with Yuri, and also a great time hanging out with Natsuki. Really glad that she was there. Yeah, I'm actually starting to like Natsuki a lot more in this mod than what she has already like showed in other mods and stuff. Like even more in here than in Blue Skies that had a like specifically dedicated route for her. You know? I don't know what it is exactly. Like she still has like a bit of a where she like jabs at me a bit, but it's not as rude or whatever, you know? Like it's a bit more playful, and she's like allowing she's opened up a bit more to me, I feel like, and that's why I find her a bit more nicer to be around, you know? I mean, I've always liked her, as in friend material, but you know, I've never been romantically interested in her at all, and that hasn't changed, but I do like her as a friend a bit more now. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's just because she's a bit more open and not as mean anymore. Like, she still has like a bit of the way she jabs at like pretty much anything I say, but not as much as she did in other mods or other games or whatever, you know? So I guess that's why I like her a bit more, that she's just like more comfortable around me, and she's showing that, and that makes me feel nice as well, that it makes me feel nice that she feels that she can be more of herself and not too afraid to, you know, that I will say something, which of course I wouldn't, but you know, it still hasn't changed the fact that I'm not romantically inclined to be with her at all. That hasn't changed that I don't want. That hasn't changed. I still don't really feel any romantic attraction to Natsuki, and I can't even imagine me doing that. So that hasn't changed, but I do like her a bit more as a friend because of the things that have happened. So that's a nice change. And of course, you know, I like, Yuri is still amazing. I still, like, every time I see Monica, I do still kind of want to give her the benefit of the doubt, even though it's pretty obvious that she's still evil in this mod. You know, like what she talked about, about Sayori being in the hospital, that she was shocked about it. I'm pretty sure that she knows damn well what's going on, and that she also put it there. I mean, maybe not directly, but she was the one that made her depressed in the first place. So, you know, to prevent her from confessing to me. But, you know, like, just that moment where she, like, was shocked about the fact that Sayori was in the hospital. Even though I'm, like, 99% sure that it's a lie, I still want to believe in that 1% that it wasn't a lie, that she actually isn't evil. Because, you know, like, Monica is evil. I mean, in the original game, she is quite evil, but like, at the end, she kind of, like, realizes, like, yeah. She realizes that what she's doing is evil, and she, like, releases, she lets it go eventually, and she's sorry for what she has done to her friends, because she kind of, like, in all her blind jealousy and rage, she forgot that they were her friends. You know, she just saw them as lines of code in the computer, but she forgot that they actually were her friends, and she actually cared about them. But because of her jealousy and her yandere-ness, she forgot about it. But in the end, when I deleted her in the original game, like, she realizes about, like, she remembers, like, yeah, I like them too, but I did this to my friends, I don't deserve it, and whatever, you know? But yeah, so because of that, you know, that humanity that you saw in Monica in the original game, I still want to believe it at 1% that Monica is genuine about it, that she didn't want this to happen. Although, like, with all those ominous text messages and her ominous innuendo and her looks and, you know, everything else that has happened, I'm pretty sure that, you know, she's just evil here. She still hasn't really come to terms with the fact that what she's doing is a bad thing. That hasn't happened yet. So, even though I know that that's the case, I still want to believe in the fact that she has changed, you know? Like, because I do want to give Monica the benefit of the doubt, because she just does kind of deserve that, because even though it is definitely evil and wrong what she's doing, you can understand where she's coming from. Especially from, you know, if you played the original game. But mostly I'm just a bit also... so that's like a lot of positive things, and a bit of a negative with Monica, sort of. But mostly the negative thing is that this guy is so casual about being on the verge of losing Sayori all the way. I mean, yes, I turned down her love confession, but, like, that doesn't mean I don't care about her anymore. I mean, apparently it does for this guy, because this guy doesn't really seem to care anymore. Well, not that much, at least. But, like, he hasn't even gone to the hospital once to visit her. I mean, yes, he's in a coma, maybe it's difficult, maybe you're not allowed to have visitors or whatever, but you would still go there, like, a few times to make sure. Like, don't assume that. You go there to let those doctors drag you away because they tell you time and time again that you can't come in, and you want to come in anyway to see her. Just to see her. It doesn't matter if she responds to anything you say. You just want to see that she's there and she's still alive, you know? But this guy hasn't done any of that. So, oh yeah, well, hospital. Like that's what's upsetting me the most. That this guy's so casual about the fact that we're about to lose Sayori. But okay. Again, I know this mod's mostly by Yuri, but Natsuki's getting a lot of attention as well, which I'm glad about, and Monika also a little bit. And then, but this just ignoring the Sayori stuff for the most part. Well, then again, I guess you can't really make everyone happy, because if you focus a lot on the Sayori stuff, you ignore Natsuki or Monika or whatever. I mean, in Blue Skies they did that quite well, especially because Yuri's route was my favorite in Blue Skies, and in Yuri's route, Monika was of course by far the most background character, which was actually alright because she was just playing along and she was just there a few times, and she did have some advice to help me out, but that was about it, which was alright because, like Monika would have had her dedicated routes, which they cut from the game, but it was alright that she was very in the background because, she played along essentially, but she was just a normal character in that mod. She was just a normal person, she wasn't self-aware or anything, so it was alright that she was just in the background because that was just fine, But there was a lot of stuff going on with Natsuki because of course Yuri really wanted to connect with Natsuki, and we helped her doing that and all that stuff, and there was some times that we spent with Sayori, and then of course we went on that was a hiking with Sayori or whatever, walked to the park and talked about our childhood and stuff like that. And so even though we were on Yuri's route, there were still moments with the other girls as well. So I thought that was done quite well, but here it's also like in there, like there's a bunch of moments with Natsuki, and of course before Sayori was in the hospital, like there were at least a few moments with Sayori. But yeah, the fact that he's so casual about the fact that Sayori is like on the verge of death is really baffling to me. But okay. Anyway, hope you almost enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did, subscribe to join the Roman army, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.